And today, the two teams come up against each other with the series level. Welcome to Sharjah for the NIB Bank Presents Cool and Cool Cup 2013.
Over Sharjeel Khan, 24 years of age, average of 34, strikes them big, strike rate of over 100. And Pakistan need a go-getter at the top order, especially if you've got somebody like Ahmed Shahzad who can be categorized as steady or in the steady category. But Pakistan would want consistency from Ahmed Shahzad and from the top order. 22 years of age, 38 matches and strike rate of 68.5.
He's good to watch too when he gets going. He's got good balance at the crease, Ahmed Shahzad. And they're taking it in turns. The first ODI, it's 2 or 3 players. In the next, it was 3 different players who took Pakistan.
There's that great example of sighting the ball early and whipping it from off stump to leg side.
What do you say about that, Ramiz? Is it that he's so good, he's got so much time to play like this? Or do you go to the extent of side?
First runs for Sharjeel and single to Pakistan as well.
One leg.
The UAE tour could be a nightmare. Nicely played off the back foot. And somehow you got to go through these aches and pains. One without a loss after over number 1. Ball and playing across the line. Well, that does it well for Kulasekara and Sri Lanka. It was relentless pressure and discipline that was being exerted on Sharjeel Khan. And Sharjeel blinked first. Pakistan fans are a little disappointed because Sharjeel usually gives Pakistan that impetus, that strike up front that is so crucial.
The gap on the onside was there. Square leg went down and fine leg came into the circle. And he was looking to work it against the swing of Kulasekara. And dot balls doing the trick. That was the 11th consecutive dot balls bowled by Lasith Malinga and Kulasekara. Sharjeel gone for 2. Pakistan 1 wicket for 2 runs.
Hafiz is at number 3. 303,000
in the umpire's mind.
That's beautifully placed. Came out of his crease and handled that quite well.
Yeah, and if you do allow the bowler to keep hitting those good lengths, he'll do it all day long. As a batsman, you have to take a calculated risk. Here he's trying to come down to change the length of Kulasekara, change the line.
There's that drive to the vacant area, shot cover removed, and Hafiz is delightfully into that drive. He wants the third one as well and should get there. Good running.
How was that?
Side.
Oh, he's read that well. Because the previous deliveries, he was not getting a stride out, expecting it to come back. But here he's picked it off the hand.
There's that first boundary. And it took 4.5 overs for that classical cut shot.
Just reminded by our statsman that there hadn't been any boundaries hit so far. And the 29th did
not improvising anything. All they're doing is just... That's better. That's much better. He should have done it long time ago. 8 overs gone, 23 for 1.
And you can see the intent. This one was lovely. Dancing shoes on. Very safe stroke from Hafiz. And the right place to put it. Show the full face of the blade. The maker's name. Hit it down the ground. Clean as... for a boundary.
Getting a little bit of swing. That's better. That is gone big. Ahmed Shahzad had enough. Centurion in the last match, played superbly that last stroke.
Well, a little bit of swing. There's certainly a little bit of swing off the bat. Wonderful piece of batsmanship. Knew it was in that zone for Shahzad to free the arms, open up the arc. Here we go. That's better. There's the aggression that Waqar and, well, all of Pakistan are wanting to see.
Over the top. Used his feet, although the ball was not in his area or a zone. It was well short delivery, but hit it on the up. That was an excellent shot. A needed boundary. Another whip. Just a pickup shot. One bounce into the fence.
The angle against Shahzad. Guy likes it there. Scoreboard starting to move in this over.
Thanks, Danny. That's a beautiful shot. No need to run for those. When you play a cut shot like this and like that, and when it's middle, then you just relax, take a breather and enjoy the end result. This really was smashed. Once the fielder... Big shot, 6, is it? No, just a boundary, but Hafiz will take it. Put it in the vacant area away towards the leg side, and the...
Played into the vacant area on the onside.
A top spinner hits the seam, it bounces more than your leggy. Now, will this be taken? Malinga, oh, grasses a simple catch, and Hafiz is given a life. In fact, life and a half. He was ready to exit Hafiz, and Malinga, well, is from nowhere, has produced a pretty pedestrian effort here.
You cannot fathom any trouble for Malinga there. Even the sun is not out. He was perfectly there for the catch. Once again, down the drag, a big hit this time. Nobody could catch it, apart from the spectator.
Now collected 2 of them. This one was the biggest. Really was a big shot. Straight as an arrow came.
Oh!
He'll pick up a single. And he'll be extremely happy with what he has achieved so far in this innings. The mission has got to continue. He's got a 50 from 57 balls. 87 for 1.
For Ahmed Shahzad with strike rate of more than 90. Gone for a big one. Is this into the gap? Yes. Much needed boundary for Mohammad Hafiz.
Prasanna is not going to spin the ball much. Is accurate, so it took a little bit of risk. And
3 boundaries. That's nicely played into the gap. This will carry to the boundary for 4. Pakistan have just started to finding their feet, and they're stroking the ball very, very nicely on that occasion.
When this partnership started, we were talking about far too many dot balls, how tight the Sri Lankan bowling was. What would the Pakistani batsmen do next?
If someone come down the order and play a really good knock. That's a very nicely fielded out there. And bat really nicely. Pakistan need to get to that 300 mark. So it's a pressure on the middle order or low middle order again to take less ball and play, get more runs.
Yeah, I hear you. What you're saying is, basically, with a cameo like that and the foundation that you've got with wickets in hand, you should be actually batting teams out of the game.
That's beautifully played. This might not go for 4, or he should go for 4. Very nicely done. Fielding has been superb, the Sri Lankans. Saved a boundary.
Dimuth Karunaratne. He had to get the dive out, and he did. He did it brilliantly. In everybody's mind is, brilliant shot once again. It's Hafiz. Making full use of that drop.
Yes, that catch will hurt Sri Lanka. Pull. Although ball was a little close to his body, it was a hard hit, hard shot to hit. But
he gets it over. That's off the bat. Lasith Malinga thought he'd gone through. Ahmed Shehzad was pointing or carrying his bat, saying that he'd hit it. Play. He gets it through. Again, Ahmed Shehzad's balance at the crease, allowing him to pick his spot.
he has tried a couple of times to play behind that point, and it was not been successful. This time around, he played it very late, and a bit of more spin on the ball, not carried to the boundary. Watch that. Yes, hit the back heel, and it was...
Goes across the line and he gets it well. Ahmed Shehzad is not holding back now. We've had 28 overs. Pakistan 144 for 1.
Pakistan in the recent past have struggled. That's his 50. Mohammad Hafiz will be very pleased the way he has started this series. He's got 100, and this time around he's gone on to get his 50 of 69 deliveries with only 4 boundaries. Strike rate definitely improved. He's been dropped once, but luck favors the Braves.
You take it. You take your chances. You capitalize on your chances. That's what it's about.
What a big hit this one is. Will clear the boundary by some distance. Mohammad Hafiz has taken a lot of hurt just after completing his 50. Wild swing of the bat. 150 partnership also achieved by these two.
Well, I said have a crack, and he has. Hafiz, me old son. Mohammad Hafiz down on one knee, if you please, and it's gone over mid-wicket for the maximum.
Played inside out. He will keep the strike, yes. A 6 came in this over. Single to end this one, 30 gone, 159 for 1 Pakistan.